Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. This time we're doing something a little different. As you can tell, my character is not the same one, because I'm actually using the Psyker. For once, I'm actually not being lazy about it and actually playing the character. So we're going to go through essentially the game from the beginning. I'm going to lightning round through any dialogue, any cutscenes, anything like that. If you want to see it, that's what the assassin playthrough is for. This is just to play the character and kind of get a feel for them, since the Sororitas character is supposed to be, from what I can tell, kind of a mix of Psyker and probably Crusader. You know, you get abilities like these, and which would be Acts of Faith, and then you just get normal shooting. So, with that out of the way, let's jump into one of the earlier missions in this game.
Inquisitor, the epidemic...
It's kind of weird skipping dialogue for once. But for this class, I picked, of the three choices, I picked the middle one. I can't remember what it's called. But the pyromancy stuff seems to be doing pretty good already. I like the fact I can summon a pillar of fire to chase people down.
Inquisitor, if you don't mind me asking, why are you so sure this Caius Thorn could help your investigation?
He is a spaceman, a legendary defender of the Imperium. It makes him the most important member of Constituent Treasury. Even if their relationship was as strained as it seems, he must have been very close to the Lord Inquisitor, and he could have knowledge of important details.
But some of my logic for doing this at the beginning of the game is, one, I didn't really want to grind all the way up to even like completing all the story, but also to kind of give anybody who's looking at this game and hasn't played the Psyker kind of an idea of where they start and how to kind of play them out initially. Because they're definitely a big departure from, you know, the Crusader or the Assassin. I will admit, I do wish there was just an adventure mode. Like, give me all this story stuff already skipped. Have everybody already unlocked. Let me just run through for fun.
I have completed the task you gave me. There is no trace of the Martyr anywhere in the logbooks of my ship. This ship is ancient and has traveled everywhere in the sector. And still, nothing.
I suspect it was worth a try.
I wish I had the treasured logbook of my rogue trader clan. It has been in the possession of my family since my ancestor received the warrant of trade. It has disappeared when the Inquisitorial Purge destroyed the clan headquarters.
It is indeed quite unfortunate, Captain.
Huh. So I have a sneaking suspicion my warp heat got a little too high. I should probably keep an eye on that. But I mean, that's classic 40K, you know. Be a Psyker, use abilities, die. No real middle ground, nothing past it, just you're gonna end up dying horribly to some random thing. It's weird not being able to roll. This was not the right way. Okay. I think my armor does a time distortion field. Okay, so this reduces my warp heat. Good to know. It seems to be every Psyker weapon has like one ability that does that. So I figure they'll probably play similar to how the Tech Adept plays, where it's, or the sister will play as like the Tech Adept, where you have like 2 abilities, maybe 3, and then 1 or 2 weapon abilities. Go, Fire Pillar!
You're in the archives, Inquisitor. Try to find a cogitator that can grant you access to the data vaults.
Oh yeah, I think I also have this character as a seasonal one, so I should be getting some weird stuff popping up. Let's see, do I have... Yeah, so I do have the seasonal stuff active. Okay.
Inquisitor, according to the coordinates you found, this area is one of the potential locations where your Magos Biologus could be. And it seems you've also got company.
Oh, the purple haze is how much warp influence I have going on. That makes sense. Yeah, because once I'm in the green, it's fine. I'll have to figure out exactly how to tweak the how much warp meter I have. I gotta say, having just a AoE damage is nice though. It's minor, but still quite nice to use. My guess for the Sororitas is probably...
Inquisitor, we have received a distress call
Yeah,
from
we'll
a
go
rogue
over and do
trader in
this.
orbit. His transport crew on the ground was attacked by hostiles while moving important supply rates to the local administration cloisters. They humbly ask you to secure the cargo before the cultists return for the goods.
But my guess is she's going to be more buff-based, as opposed to offensive abilities. Probably like a smite or something, but beyond that it's going to be more boosting her own capabilities.
Area, but it will take some time. The sensors located several cultist troops approaching your location. Get ready to defend the supplies.
There's a whole mastery system to all the abilities too. So it's like... effectively, it's like runes from Diablo. Except instead of applying only 1 to an ability, as you level up, you get the ability to apply 3. And it's basic stuff like increased effectiveness, so damage and stuff. Cooldown reduction, armor piercing... I'm trying to think what the other one is. Because I know there's armor breaking, duration, there's a bunch of others, but they're not bad realistically. Oh, that's the problem. I wasn't even using the right staff. Yeah, because this is my pyromancy one. That just casts fireball on people. Yeah, because now this is a lot more effective. My Ring of Fire is better. Everything sucks a lot less with this one equipped. I should just switch the gear to be my primary. Yeah, I guess this does AoE. That's not bad.
Praise the Emperor. We'll take over from here and get them to the rogue trader. You can proceed with your mission, Inquisitor.
Yeah, it's an AoE attack on this staff. The sound element is a little grating. I would have preferred more of a whoosh for a fire sound instead of like... It almost sounds like a gun firing with like a heavy metal clang to it.
Captain.
Biomantic sword, that sounds pretty cool. Quick inventory check. I'm actually gonna... screw it, it's low level, I can just swap things out willy-nilly. Armor, what... Okay, what does my armor do, really? A mobile aura that stops time. Every meter traveled across reduces the duration. Okay, so it's a worse version of the time field. Yeah, I'm just gonna switch that out then. I'll go with a teleport, that seems a lot more useful. Even though that armor is said to be better, those effects are kind of crap. The sword... I mean... Can I just... Okay, so you can't equip two. We'll go with that and I guess a pistol. I'm probably not even going to use this loadout, I'll just stick to this one, if we're being honest here. Loot quality, I'll take that. Everything else is a downgrade. Yeah, why not? I actually have to check my abilities because I don't want to sit here and throw way too much into combat or into one thing and not be able to use it. Damage over time mastery. I feel like you have to just max out psychic combat and psychic debuffs. Okay, my powers are still the same. Good. But yeah, as you can see, I can get a few. divination. I mean, that's kind of cool. I could go through here and figure some stuff out. But I'll do that later. Okay, nothing new. Perfect.
Inquisitor, this is the second location where Omega's biologus could be. Unfortunately, the area is swarming with hostiles.
It's a pretty cool teleport. It just is missing something. If it had like a... I don't know. Something extra. Duh. Probably not a good sign to stand on that. I don't know what that... Oh god, it's chasing me. I didn't realize that would summon a warp pillar thing to kill me. Yeah... Warp heat is definitely important. Considering the alternative is floaty warp death. I will accept it though, that is a pretty cool and pretty accurate way of depicting how Psykers just... Well, I mean, the accurate way would just be exploding. But I mean, they still die. Credit where credit is due. And I get the feeling they couldn't really get away with introducing the warp overheat, like, hey, there's a 3% chance of you just turning inside out and exploding. It would be cool, but I don't think they could get away with it. I know I go on like a broken record, but this just reminds me of Eternal Crusade, because I was just thinking about the Psykers, and I was like, oh yeah, they had Psykers in that. Because there was the...
Where was I?
Also, this guy's way quieter than my assassin, in terms of like overall audio level. But there was...
Inquisitor, we have noticed some strange
I'm drawing a blank here.
outgrowths that generate intense warp activity.
Zap. Oh god, the warp thing that also blinks a lot. Oh god, a second one. I didn't realize it. Yeah, warp heat is not something to mess with. I'm really gonna have to go into my skills, like, between episodes and figure this out so I can not die horribly. But it is a good lesson for you. Be careful. I assume the Sororitas will not have any of this.
There is one ugly boil left in the area.
I figure it'll be a lot more generous in how it handles. Oh cool, it's a warp flex. Those were in one of the season things a while back, and you could pick them up. They were a lot better in the season, because it was like, hey, pick this up, you'll get a damage up, or you'll get all your equipment resupplied, or what was the other one? There was another one that was really good, but they were all pretty solid benefits to the player. So I guess it is kind of a balancing act. Do you risk going for potential rewards through the warp, or do you risk dying? Or do you just don't gamble on this at all and play it safe? That texture just glitching out, they really need to look into that. So whatever it is, it's not working right. It looks like it's less going to kill me through the warp and more of cause a seizure. Unless the warp secretly has plans to induce epilepsy. But jumping back to Eternal Crusade, I was just thinking, because they had like the not Warlocks, what was it? The Chaos ones. You could do like a Healy beam that would follow people. Pretty cool. Interesting way of kind of introducing a healer. I guess it works, thinking about it. It's not the best way I'd introduce a healer, but they don't really have many apothecaries, so it does its job. Oh yeah, and because of the season I have a chance, I think it's because of the season I can bounce warp lightning off me into other people. And zap. We'll go find the other pustule. We're here. We might as well do it. God, that teleport sound is so good. It just sounds like you're teleporting. Hey, that was a Healy bubble. I think I just get healing bubbles, which is fine. I'm not gonna say no to health. After playing the Assassin long enough, I've realized you don't say no to healing, you don't say no to damage, you don't really say no to anything. If the game gives you something, you shut up and take it. Because the game's likely just gonna turn around and hit you with something worse in 2 seconds anyways. I'll talk to you in a moment, I just want to loot this. Yay!
This is an Adeptus Mechanicus.
And that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.